Hello, everyone. This is Lisa speaking from Power Wheelchairs for Success. And today we're going to talk about school. I've spoken about school before, but this time we're going to talk a little bit about, going back to school maybe for the first time with a wheelchair. So we will cover about maybe 4 tips and see what you think and see what you want to add into this sharing. All right, let's start. One thing I do want to remind you is that it will be important for you to touch base with the Office for Disabilities at the college or university. That proved to be very helpful for me when I was going back to school. So one of the first phone calls you want to make is to the Office for Students with Disabilities and to get some guidance and information with them. All right, let's continue. All right, so if you are thinking of going back to school, that's really exciting. And, you could have the jitters or whatever, and you say, no, Lisa, you don't understand. I'm in a wheelchair, so this is very stressful. And it can be. It can be a bit stressful, but it's almost no different than going on 2 feet. So listen to me. There's no reason to be so uptight. It's an exciting thing. You can do this. You can go to school, carry your own backpack. But a few things will be important. Get your wheelchair in shape. Check out the school, see if you can get a map or at least draw your own map so you know where your locker is and your classrooms and the library especially, so you can do your research. Not only your research, but also the entrances and exits that are accessible to you as a wheelchair user. So that'll be critical for you to find out where you need to go in, go out, go to the library, go to the lunchroom, and for those doors or exits or entrances to be accessible. I don't know what kind of school you'll be going to, high school, college. It doesn't matter. I think it's pretty generic in terms of, just get ready. A good backpack that you can, reach for, that's comfortable for you. Spruce up that wheelchair. You can put a sign. There are a couple of signs you might want to put on your wheelchair for a little bit until everybody gets used to you and knows what you like, what you don't like, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. So sometimes people on the back of their wheelchair say, please do not touch my wheelchair. So that is helpful, especially for people who are using manual wheelchairs. People think that, because you're in a wheelchair, you can't hear, you can't see, and you can't think. So sometimes they try to push you out of the way, or I'm going to do this for you. Put a sign there. Please do not touch my wheelchair. Please do not push. This person wheels themselves. So whatever wording works for you, but it'll be good for the general public. Or please ask before pushing, something like that, so that, people don't just barge into your space. Or you can just put a sign there that says, please no touching this wheelchair, period. And that'll help. Or don't touch without permission. It's a lot about educating the public about, your personal space, your durable medical equipment. Your wheelchair is part of you, and others should not be, getting into your space and touching it. I hate that. So anyway, so getting a map, getting that wheelchair ready, putting a sign up if you need to in the back so that people, start getting the idea, oh, okay, I got to respect that space. Be ready to ignore stares. Some people just have never seen someone in a wheelchair or have never been close to someone in a wheelchair, have never met anyone in a wheelchair that's active. and going to school and doing what they need to do. So don't take it personal. It's just their background and not knowing. So at some point, maybe you'll have a chance to talk to that person, educate them a little bit, when the chance comes. Be ready to educate gently. So sometimes, we lash out or whatever. We just say, hey, and that jars the person. And then, then they're insecure and don't know how to proceed. So it might be good to just say, hey, I understand what you're trying to do, but I appreciate if you don't. And this is why. So we have to be our best advocates and explain to the public, in terms of what is appropriate, what is not appropriate. I've had people come up to me and say, no, I'll push you. I have an electric power wheelchair, so, but power wheelchair or not, they shouldn't, push, unless you give permission for that. But do equip your wheelchair with whatever you need, a pouch, backpack, a flashlight, whatever you might need to get from point A to point B. If you need to check out the public bus routes, do that way ahead of time. Get tickets if you need to for the bus routes. I don't know. Every county around the United States is a little different, so you just check that out. Or if you need university tickets, I don't know, there might be a special bus that takes you all the way into the university or to the college. So check all of that out before class starts. And if you need some help or just make some phone calls or email or whatever it is you need to do to make sure that you are on the up and up on how to get there and how to get to class. All right, post your progress on school there and how you maneuver through obstacles or through some confusion, maybe that first week, and let us know how you problem solved. All right. I will also, as usual, leave some links regarding other articles that will give other tips and tricks and experiences of other people going to college or university for the first time using a wheelchair and what they did to problem solve, what they did to handle, a variety of situations that you come up with in a new community, basically. So look for those links down in the description, and I hope all goes well for you. Bye-bye.